right, we are back here on the annual Super Bowl commercial halftime special here on the podcast. Joining me today to break it all. And after you just heard the first commercial of the game, the Ben Affleck Dunkin' Donuts commercial, our pop culture correspondent here, Sam Derosa. Sam, how are you?
Good. Thanks for having me back.
It's annual tradition here. We talked to Joe D a few minutes ago about the game. Now we're going to dive into the halftime of the commercials.
Always good to follow up with Joe.
Yeah, we had a fun time talking about this game, and now I think we're having. I think that this is the most complete package of halftime commercials we've had. I think in the 5 years we've been doing this.
Yeah, honestly, it feels like it's more positive than negative this year.
Yeah, it certainly has here, including the fact that we actually had a good football game overall. I think it's probably of the 5 games, probably the best of the 5 as well.
Yeah, so you know what? Maybe 2023 is a nice turning point for everything.
That would be good. I was excited this whole way through here, and then I did tweet out during the game, especially because when Mahomes got hurt at the end of the first half. I said Rihanna's going to save Patrick Mahomes because his extended halftime gave him time to get a lot of treatment and rest on that ankle.
Yeah, I mean, that was rough to watch him go down. I mean, I was rooting for the Eagles, but you don't like to see a player go down like that, especially in the Super Bowl. I know, of course, he was going to come back. He has all off season to feel better.
He said the same thing. He's like, you know what? Like, I'm not going to, set the last 2 quarters of the last game of the season. I'm going to play through it. Like, unless like my ankle's broken, I'm going to play.
Exactly. Or like it's fallen off completely.
Yeah. Well, the game subject is up in the beginning of the podcast. But if you happen to skip here first, go back and listen to that. You don't hear the game. But assuming you're here for halftime commercials, I think, again, fun set of stuff here. And I will tell you, the party I was at here, it was like an event, the Rihanna halftime show. Like all the lights were going out. People were so pumped for this.
Yeah, no, I was excited when they announced it was going to be Rihanna, and I was really excited to watch it as well. But I'm very interested to hear all about your thoughts too on it.
I gotta say, like, first of all, like, great job by her, and like power move basically revealing that she's pregnant again, like doing the show. That was also pretty awesome.
Yeah, except for the fact that we're not going to get new music, so that kind of sucks.
Well, I mean, she could still record the album. She's probably not going on tour anytime soon, though. But
yeah, but she might wait. Who knows? She's awesome. She makes the best decisions for herself. But I know a lot of people who are like, oh, so exciting. She's pregnant. And then also like, oh, we're not going to get a tour. We might not get new music. So it was like such a mixed bag of feelings.
I also have to say, too, in terms of all the halftime shows I can remember here, I think Rihanna squeezed the most songs in the halftime show of anybody I can ever remember.
Yeah. What did she do? 13 songs in 12 minutes?
Yeah, she got parts of 13 songs in 12 minutes.
Yeah, that's really impressive.
Yeah, and I did sort of feel like also like she was on point in terms of like the vocals and stuff. Like she did not miss a beat on any of them.
No, it was really great. And I don't know if you saw the hilarious memes that came out of her set, like not her singing set, like the set for
yeah.
Oh, I thought that was so funny. Once you see it's a Super Smash Bros setup, you can't.
I actually have that one ready to go here. That's I'm going to screen
so
that right now. This is the Super Smash Brothers stage for Rihanna.
Oh my god, yes, I saw that. That was amazing. I like how they included Bowser.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot of fun, that stage here. I do think, in terms of my personal opinion of the show, like I thought she was great. I thought the show itself, in terms of like the staging and like what was going on here, I felt like they could have done more.
Yeah, it was very simple. But like, like it is what it is. I feel like I liked last year's like a little bit better, I guess, just because of the different artist. But like for her just doing it all by herself, she totally held her own.
Yeah, and there was no surprise guest. There was no like random cameo.
Well, there was a surprise guest. We just haven't met that baby yet.
Yeah, no musical surprise guest.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is not like Missy Elliott showing up in the Katy Perry halftime show.
Yes. Oh, love her.
Yeah, I did think it was definitely a interesting use of the stage here. I do feel like it was solid. I mean, this is better than like the Weeknd getting lost in the box a couple of years ago during the pandemic Super Bowl. But like, I feel like this one, I wonder like how it's just Rihanna's choice, sort of like center it like that way with the rising and lowering of the stage. But I did think like she did pop, but I feel like they could have done a little more in terms of like actually staging it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always curious about how much like the artist has influence in it. So if was her vision, there it is. I don't know anything about performing, so.
Yeah, I think this is obviously better than the Weeknd. I feel like this is better than a lot of the recent ones, but I still think I would take last year's over because again, you have that before variety of the artists, the stages they did were very creative. Each of them had their own sort of set up on the LA streets. I thought that was more fun in terms of like overall aesthetic.
Yeah, I was talking with my friend about it, and she switched recording companies, so I'm also curious if she lost some of her um like ability to perform some of the songs, like her early music. The only problem I had with it was I understand, again, for clarification, I do understand why certain songs are picked, like All the Lights, like Run This Town. It's like more hype music, but I didn't enjoy All the Lights because that is a Kanye song.
Yeah,
I know it's her part, but I'm just like, eh.
yeah, you would have taken that one out of the rotation if you were directing it.
Yeah, not even that. Like if I was in the creative room, be like, are we sure we want to put a little bit of a Kanye song out there? But I haven't heard any like backlash from it.
No, I don't think people were bothered by it as much that much in that sense.
I guess I was just like, that's an interesting call.
It was an interesting call here. I also feel like in terms of the like aesthetics of the actual show, like I mentioned before, I think that was very interesting as well. I do think in terms of great, I feel like it's I think it's a B+ show. I feel like we've seen better. I don't think we definitely see a lot worse.
Yeah, I mean, I probably would have given it probably like a B at most.
Yeah, I feel like for me, it's like an A+ on the vocals and like a C on the stage.
Yeah, I would say A for vocals, of course, and A for dancing while you're pregnant. That can't be easy. Also, being like lifted in the air and down like that, like that's. I mean, I think that'd be cool, but I'd also be terrified.
Yeah, the thing I think it also sort of struck it for me a little bit, like docked a little bit for me in terms of the grade. I feel like that Fox itself sort of had no idea what they were doing. I don't remember how many times they just cut to the outside of the stadium with the fireworks going off in the middle of the thing, which sort of gave like at least 400 points. I thought it was going to be over, and then they just kept going.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, I guess whoever provided the fireworks wanted some, screen time, I guess.
I also point out in Rihanna's men's also is the first year that we have Apple Music doing the halftime show. And the last like 20 years was Pepsi. So maybe it's their first show. Maybe they had some kinks to work out in terms of like design and all that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they'll do it next year as well. So we'll have to come back to this and see if it was them or if they got better or they just stayed the same.
Yeah, absolutely. In terms of next year, who are you thinking here in terms of like targets here?
Where is it going to be held next year? Do you remember?
Is in Vegas.
Oh God. Oh my God, they should do a whole Vegas show. It should just be all like old-timey people. You know what? If it's in Vegas, I want Cher to headline. How can you not have Cher do Vegas?
I feel like going old school is a very definite temptation because a lot of these people have like residencies in Vegas towards the end of their careers. So I could see that angle.
Like a interlude with them and whoever's the performer.
I also feel like you got to go big for Vegas. I feel like you have to have like a big name for Vegas. So I will again, for about the 5th year in a row, throw it out here. Taylor Swift has still not done this. So
do you think that she'll want to be in Vegas? Maybe she's waiting for like a bigger, like if they have it in New York again or something.
I mean, Vegas is a pretty big stage for like for an entertainer.
I know, but then you said it too, like that's where artists go to die. Maybe that will be a little bit of a sad thing for her.
Difference between like going and heading up a thing at the Caesar's Palace out there, as opposed to like being at midfield at Allegiant Stadium with like 110 million people watching you.
Yeah. Well, maybe this year you'll be right with Taylor.
I've been, like I said, I feel like it's a matter of time. I know before the issue was the contract. I think she has like a deal with Coke, so she couldn't do the Pepsi halftime shows. Now that that's gone, maybe she can do it.
Yeah, with Apple Music. She's not solely there for Spotify, right?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, well, hey, now it's even a bigger chance.
Yeah, plus she's coming off the tour for the new album, so maybe like that, maybe build some more hype of it.
Yeah, but Cher better be there, or else I'm gonna be very upset.
There will be multiple cameos of people in next year's show. Call that for a fact. Whoever the headliner is, will be bringing friends along.
Yeah, well, hopefully, unless Apple Music just wants one person, they're like, we can afford one person only.
Sure, the NFL puts the bill.
You think?
I'm sure they do. They hire them to do this. So,
all right, well, maybe.
Yeah, that's one thing here. Next up here, I want to go to the commercials. I think overall the commercials, I feel like much more like memorable group of commercials. I feel like than we've had in recent years.
Yeah, and less gross. I feel like I wasn't really grossed out.
Yeah,
unless I blocked things out from like 24 hours ago.
I mean, the closest to the gross out scale would be like the weird thing they did with like Brie Larson, John Hamm in the fridge.
Oh yeah, that was just weird. I thought it was funny because I was like, LOL, Brie and Ham, but
Yeah, it's just not we're not doing Mint Mobile again. We're not having the guy singing in the field. We don't have any of those weird commercials this year.
yeah, or that sour milk or whatever.
Yeah, that was the Mint Mobile.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah.
See, cut that out. Blech.
Yeah, let's get to obviously here. We'll start with some of the notable ads here. I will point out for the New York audience here, in the local market, the New York Mets did buy a commercial for it. And I did pull the commercial. I'm going to play here in case you haven't run to the bathroom towards the end of the first quarter. But here's what the Mets put on the air for about $276,000.
I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. New York Mets Ticket Center. This is Brandon.
Section 139? Yeah, you can see my hair from there.
お化けフォークはただの球種だからお化けじゃないよ。
Got it. Yeah, it's not a real ghost.
It's not a ghost.
Now, you hang up. Your tickets are confirmed. Yes, they're closer.
Yeah, that's the Mets ad here. And they had a corresponding deal they drove to the website where I think they had a deal, things like of tickets like 1, 2, or 4 for $57. Like, so that was a pretty solid offer here. I did think it was just fun for the Mets to sort of get in the game here and get some of these players involved in this commercial.
Yeah, no, I thought that was cute. It was weird that they used like Always Sunny music. But my favorite part was when Mr. Met just broke the headset.
Yeah.
I was like, LOL. But Brandon was my favorite because he seemed the most excited about acting.
Yeah, like he really got into his part in the commercial here. I did think Lindor was funny too when he was like talking to the guy. He's like, "No, you hang up." Like,
yeah, that was cute.
yeah, and I give credit to Kodai Senga too for zooming in from Japan to do his spot in the commercial because everybody else was at Port St. Lucie. They filmed in one of the offices down there, but he's not in the States yet. So when they filmed it, so he zoomed in to be part of the commercial.
Hey, he wants to be like a big part of the team. So that's some like good a good sign.
Yeah. Good sign here. And I'm curious to see if the Mets get how well they do with the ticket sales off of this ad, how many people they got to go on their site after this.
Yeah. Especially if Mr. Cohen fronted such a hefty bill for them.
I was reading an article in The Athletic about this commercial I think last week when they announced it was happening. And they sort of said that like for most teams, like $276,000 is like a significant portion of your year-long advertising budget. And Steve Cohen also has made of money, and that's one of the areas where you're not really paying a luxury tax for. He said, let's be creative, find more ways to get our brand known. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah, or yeah, I guess he's just trying to appeal more to the masses, which is kind of nice, like make his players more approachable.
Yeah. Absolutely. Here. I did love the trope. Like you say, Brand Nibble also started off with the I got it. It was also very funny.
Yes, it was very cute. That was like my favorite part. Besides Mr. Met breaking the headset with his soulless eyes.
Yeah, speaking of the heads, move on to the other part here. So you mentioned this off the air. I'll bring up here. A lot of trailers in this Super Bowl here. I remember off the top of my head, Fast 10 was the first one I saw. There was a Guardians of the Galaxy spot. There was Creed 3, a couple other ones. The Flash was a big deal. Like, which of these trailers got your attention the most?
Okay, well, I mean, you brought it up last, but the Flash, Michael Keaton, he's back as Batman.
Yeah.
Holy moly, I didn't know that was happening.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with that movie. I mean, aside from Ezra Miller, but like this is supposedly the movie where they're gonna sort of. I know James Gunn has sort of said this is the movie that resets the DC universe to like sort of reboot it into like his vision of it. So I think Affleck's in that one. They have Michael Keaton's Batman's in that one. There's a lot of things going on in that movie. The Keaton back is fun.
Yeah, the only thing I remember watching, and I'm like, oh God, I forgot Ezra Miller's The Flash. I forgot he's getting a stupid movie. I'm like, definitely not going to go see it. And then boom, Michael Keaton at the end. I'm like, damn it. I have to go see this movie.
Yeah, and my gauge is commercials. I back this year at the big Super Bowl party I go to every year. There's about 30, 40 people at this party. My judge for how successful the thing is, like, if you can break through the talk of the room and people are like, got your attention here, like, that's a big deal. And The Flash is the one that of the trailers really got people's attention.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm also excited for Fast 10, not gonna lie. It seems insane and crazy, like normal, but I'm like, wow, they've really made 10 movies, huh?
Yeah, that was the other one that sort of popped out of the crowd here, because obviously, I mean, the big deal is like Jason Momoa and Brie Larson being in this movie, so.
Yeah, I mean, no offense to Brie Larson, I know we were just talking about her, but I was just like so excited for Jason, so excited.
Yeah, Jason Momoa feels like a natural fit for that movie.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see. I felt like there was a lot of like, oh, the full trailer's out online now. Like, you go see it now, go online and see it. Like, it's just, I don't know. It was just like, just make a better trailer that we can just see here and then just release it a different day.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the whole idea. Is like, hey, go drive traffic to your thing, and like we'll see how successful. I know people were still talking about the Flash today. You know how crazy that trailer was.
Yeah, we were talking about that at work today too. We were like, holy moly. Like, we were also talking about the whole Ezra Miller thing, which nobody really knew about, which was crazy.
Let's go. Let's shift back to the ads here. So, like, what do you think? What were your favorite ads here?
My favorite was definitely Duncan, J-Lo's spot, because I feel like J-Lo dates people and I end up liking her people she dates more. I also thought it was funny that they brought back the E-Trade babies.
Yeah. The E-Trade wedding.
Like, yeah, I was like, when I was like, oh, I forgot about that. Like, I really liked that one. I liked the Kevin Hart one, weirdly.
Yeah.
That one was a little over the top and weird, but I enjoyed it. I got a little chuckle out of it. And then the Will Ferrell one with the whatever car company, Chevrolet.
It was GM and It was GM and Netflix. It's about how GM using GM electric vehicles and Netflix shows.
Yes, which I was like, that's an interesting thing. And then I was like, where are they going with this? And then it was weird. But yeah, I liked those. There was a few others, but I'll have you share yours.
Yeah, the Will Ferrell one was interesting. I remember the big shot is obviously him being Dustin in Stranger Things and like having Priya Sinclair's Erica there, just like saying like, dude, you're ruining the whole show. And then like him in Squid Game was also hilarious.
Yes, I think that part was great. Like, I feel like Will Ferrell in Squid Games would be a very interesting take.
I watched some of these ads back as long as I had the full context of it. I did laugh so hard when he said like, you're going to be abducted by a strange guy for a brutal like death competition. Why not do it in style, electric vehicle? I just started laughing.
Yeah, no, that was really funny.
Yeah. Some other ones I'll throw out here in terms of ones that I liked here a lot. I will say the farmer's dog commercial, like that commercial got everybody who has a soul like watching that commercial.
Yeah, I mean, like the reason I didn't want to list that one because I thought the dog was going to die the entire time, so I didn't like how it played with my emotions too much. So I left that one off my list. But it was a good one. It was a very like, how old is that dog? I feel like that dog is like so old.
Because I mean, we're trying to do the math here. Like, how old do you think the kid is when she gets the dog? About like 10?
I guess I had to bump it up to like 12. Like, I was like, just for argument's sake.
Because I'm gonna say let's say she's 10, she meets her fiance in college, they get married, then they have a kid by 25. The dog's 15.
Yeah, that's old for a lab.
Yeah, that's a chocolate lab too. Those usually don't have as long a lifespan, but that's what the farmer's dog is for.
I guess so. The farmer's dog will keep your chocolate lab alive a little longer.
Yeah, a couple of those I'll throw out here in the highlights here. You catch the Sam Adams commercial about the nicer Boston.
I actually don't think I caught that one, to be honest with you.
This is actually hysterical. They had a guy have a dream about drinking Sam Adams, and then he goes to like a nicer version of Boston where like Kevin Garnett is telling people to spread love and not talk trash, and Red Sox fans are hugging Yankee fans, and the mob is picking up recycling. It's hysterical.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to. Can't believe I missed that one. I feel like I didn't move at all during my the Super Bowl off my couch from this spot right here. Oh, bummer.
Yeah, I'll send that one to you after the fact, but like that commercial stuck out to me a lot. That was a lot of fun.
Oh my God. Oh, how weird was that Coors Light Miller Lite commercial? And it's like, actually it's a Blue Moon commercial. I'm like, this is the stupidest commercial ever.
Yeah, that one I was confused watching it.
Oh my God. I don't know why. Oh, it's because you brought up Sam Adams. Like I was like, before I forgot to bring that one up earlier off air.
I like the Bud Light commercial where Miles Teller is like we're dancing to the holding tune.
Oh yeah, that one was really cute. That one was released like I felt like a week ago. This is like my biggest strife right now with Super Bowl commercials.
They're all like 90% of them are out before the game. If you know where they're
all over social media because I saw that like I don't know, I had to be like almost a week ago.
Yeah, couple ones. Yep, I got a couple more. I'll throw out here. Get your take on these. What about the Breaking Bad reunion for Popcorners?
Oh yeah, that was good. I love what's his face? I keep calling him Jesse, and
Oh, Aaron Paul.
yes, I love him. So he's great too. And Bryan Cranston's my all-time favorite TV dad for Malcolm in the Middle and Breaking Bad. But like that was interesting. It was cute.
Yeah, one that popped late in the game on at the party I was at, the Ram commercial for premature electrification.
Oh, that was funny. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that one like was one of the ones, as I mentioned earlier, that if you were at the party in the commercial, people stop and watch you had success. That was one that everybody was like watching.
Yeah, no, that was good.
Yeah, I'll go on the list here. I'm going that based on the athletics list here. A couple I've forgotten that aired during the game. T-Mobile one with Bradley Cooper and his mom was also pretty funny.
Oh yeah, that was cute. I mean, like it was kind of lame, but like I thought it was cute overall. Bradley Cooper's just so weird to me.
Yeah.
Like such a weird dude.
I did love the line where she's like, he's trying to teach his mom how to act. Like, trust me, I've been nominated 9 times for like awards. He's like, you haven't won any.
That was great. I like how like he's like, you have to look at me while she's reading the teleprompter. She goes, I am. I got one eye here, one eye here. Like she's so cookie. It's so cute.
Yeah. Let's go the other way. Some ones that did not work to you. What do you think about like which ads like sort of blew it?
I did not enjoy that avocado one with Adam and Eve. I was like, I don't get it.
That was so weird. Avocados in Mexico usually does better commercials than this.
Yeah, they really do.
That was a big letdown. And this whole time you're watching here, like avocados that apples improves. What exactly in the world? That everybody's just like enjoying, like, being nice and naked.
Yeah. I mean, like, I didn't like that's the part where I didn't get it. It's like, oh, like she ate the apple and then but like avocados are great. And he's like, oh my god, I'm naked. And now like avocados make it okay to be naked. Like I swear I just feel like I lost the train of thought.
That one was in there. The Pepsi Zero ads. They got 2 of them with Steve Martin and Ben Stiller. I don't think either really worked.
No, the premise was just weird. I mean, I love both actors equally. Actually, that's a lie. I love Steve Martin way more than Ben Stiller. But I was just like, okay, like what about it?
Yeah. I'll throw a couple more out here for any other weird ones here. I think here. Oh, about the Adam Driver's Squarespace one was also a little weird.
That was weird. I like was watching it. I was like, oh, Adam Driver's in a commercial. And then I was just like, then I got on the whole then I thought about, I feel like he's just like a weird dude in person. And I didn't even pay attention to it because it didn't catch my attention at all.
Yeah, it was basically like 7,000. It's basically like a Adam Driver's all the guys in the Matrix, like all the guys in the suits. That was basically the whole. It was like a really weird vibe.
It was a weird vibe.
It's a weird vibe. I'll also throw out here a couple other ones. The Doritos one with Jack Harlow playing the triangle did not land with me either.
There was only one part I liked in that commercial was when he's like trying to have the triangle player. I don't know what you call them. Like he's like, she goes ding 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 ding. He goes, no, it's ding 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 ding. Like it was so stupid. That was the only part I chuckled at.
The part I chuckled at is when he's up for the award and they end up giving it to Elton John.
Oh yeah, and then Elton John shows up. I forgot. That was so random.
Yeah, the helmets one we talked a little bit about earlier here is that the whole like that felt like that was like a very lame joke. Like, oh, it's Brie and John Hamm and like Pete Davidson's ran with there because Pete Davidson's everything.
I know. I was like, so I think that's why I liked the commercials, to be honest with you. I'm like, hey, it's Pete Davidson. Like,
speaking of Pete Davidson, did you watch the Christmas special of Murderville?
No,
I know it's on.
I saw the best clips, basically. I didn't watch the whole thing, but it was so funny. His parts were great.
Yeah, because Pete Davidson shows up at the very, very end of it, and I think the clip went nuts on TikTok the week
Yes.
it came out because like at this point, I think like Pete is like they're all supposed to guess the murderer. They give them 3 suspects. None of them guess the right any of the suspects, and then Pete Davidson picks Will Arnett's character. Will Arnett just like freaks out. It was hysterical.
Yeah, that was so funny. He's like, I'm the officer. Like, it's like, what do you mean?
Yeah,
it was so good.
And then Pete Davidson like having to defuse the bomb, and then sort of like just being very cavalier about it was also hysterical.
Yeah, no, he's a funny dude.
Yeah. I will also throw here. What was the point of the TurboTax dancing guy in front of the waterfall?
Oh, I don't get it. And I've seen so many ads with it since, and I'm just like, okay, like don't worry to don't do your taxes, I guess, but they'll do them for you. But I don't know. I feel like there needed to be more thought behind it.
Yeah, 2 more I want to get your opinion on here because that was actually 3. Sylvester Stallone on Paramount Mountain crying the Sylvester Stallone face.
Yeah, that was weird. I didn't get that one, truly.
Surprised they paid for it, considering it's not the CBS Super Bowl. CBS is there next year.
Yeah. Well, maybe they have like a deal and Fox will get one next year.
I don't know, because CBS, I remember when they had the Super Bowl a couple of years ago, like half the Super Bowl was Paramount Mountain commercials.
Yeah, that was annoying. I forgot about that.
Two more I want to throw out here. How about the T-Mobile commercial where Zach Braff and Donald Faison are John Travolta's neighbors and do the Grease parody?
Oh yeah, that was cute, I guess. It was all right. I wasn't like I forgot that even happened, so it wasn't one of my top.
That was one of the things, like, I think where we saw the commercial, we were laughing at it, but we had no idea what it was for, which I think is a failure of the commercial.
Yeah, exactly.
He's them doing a Grease parody.
Yeah, I was like, why are we singing Grease?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of here. There was the last one. The Tubi ad was was bizarre because it comes out, I think, in the middle of the fourth quarter. I don't know if it's a local ad because not seeing the national ones I mentioned here. Is that they basically cut to Burkhardt and Greg Olson calling the game. All of a sudden, it just slips to a Tubi menu, and like the sound drives on, everyone in the room freaks out.
Yeah, I mean, like I was telling you earlier, I was like, did I sit on my remote? Like, did I hit something? Because I have like a Roku. But let me tell you, it's all over TikTok. Like, it's blown up. It's went viral. People making like funny like stitches with it too. So I think like for them, like outside of the Super Bowl, it's doing great. Like everyone's talking about it.
Yeah, I was reading an interview with their CEO about the commercial. I said, like, we didn't want to just do something like normal. I'd be disruptive, and because that's what we're trying to be. And like, I'm like, you know what you did? You accomplished. Good job.
That's my new favorite thing. Well, we just want to be disruptive. I want to use that more in my life.
Yeah, and they are the new home of Westworld streaming after HBO Max pulled it.
Really?
They sold it to them, so like they're gonna have the Westworld like episodes like soon.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they sold the HBO Max content, but found a new home there, including that show.
Oh my god, so sad.
So Tubi is there if you want to catch up on Westworld.
Perfect. I'll use my Roku.
So that's that here. And before we go here, we have a tradition sort of here, like as we sort of wrap these segments here, like what's all the stuff you've been streaming lately?
I've been streaming like every other almost person in America, The Last of Us. Highly recommend for anybody who hasn't seen it yet. Also, if anybody's scared of zombies like myself, and barely got through The Walking Dead at some points, it is also more scary zombie-wise, but storyline is amazing. It's great. And I've also been catching up with How I Met Your Father.
Yeah, I have not gotten to that one yet either. It's on the queue for me as well. So I know the new season started.
Yeah, it's really cute. I mean, like, it's a very simple watch, so it's not The Last of Us watch, but it's really good.
Yeah, I'll throw one out for you here. Like in terms of Netflix here, have you ever heard of Kaleidoscope?
No, yes, I have. I am worried about how I would view it because I think I just watch it one through whatever.
Because I think it's fun about Kaleidoscope. I'm in the middle of it right now. Is for people, for the audience at home, it's like basically a heist show, like led by Giancarlo Esposito from Mandalorian fame. He has a crew, and they sort of go through different time periods of like leading up to this big heist. That's the whole point of the show. But the show is designed in such a way that you can watch the first 7 episodes in any order you want, and the story makes sense. But you have to. The one rule of the show is you have to watch the heist episode last. I'm doing that right now. It's a lot of fun. Like I've 4 episodes in, so I still have 3 more to go for the heist.
How did you decide on how to watch it? Did you just like pick a number out of a hat, or?
I did a little bit of research ahead of time. Like Netflix does give you a random order. They do sort of group in pods, sort for most people here. Like I think there's like 2 distant flashback episodes. There's like 3 that are present before the heist, and 2 come after the heist.
Okay.
They're all named by color. It makes it even more fun. So
yeah, I was interested in it, but I was like too afraid that I was gonna watch it like the worst way possible.
But I would recommend is like if you want to try it, do the yellow episode first because it gives you at least a good sense of all the characters who were there and like sort of their motivation. So
okay, definitely taking that recommendation.
yeah, there's a lot of different ways you can watch. You can do chronologically if you want. You could like bounce around. Like I'm sort of like bouncing all over the place. I think I've gone like I did the flashbacks already, a couple of present day ones at one post already.
See, it just gives me like the anxieties to like pick episodes. Like I like that it just that next episode, like whatever.
I mean, Netflix will give you a random order that you could follow. Just go through that. Like if I'm going off script on what my order was.
I might just have to follow Netflix's suggestion.
Yeah, I would just say yellow first, probably the easiest way to like sort of get to know everybody because like all your characters are in yellow and then you get all their names and you get their motivations and then you could sort of like bounce around.
Which is important because I feel like you need to know your characters.
Because there's like a link I could send you like the idea of like I think a guy for Variety or for which website it was did the ideal his own ideal viewing where I could send that to you if you want to try that.
That would be right up my alley.
The show is fun. I will say it's very well done. There are a lot of creative like things they throw throughout the show to keep you engaged.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm definitely adding that to my list of things to watch after I get through these next couple episodes for each of these shows.
Absolutely. Here, Sam. Thanks for all the time. I really appreciate it. Before I let you go, be follow on social media, keep up with some of your tweets and feelings on things.
Well, you can follow me on Twitter at SDEROS6. I finally memorized it after how many years of being on the show? I finally memorized it.
Very nice.
It's my 2023 accomplishment of the year so far.